Hollywood can still make blockbusters good? Why hello there everyone, my name is Jacob and welcome back to MNM Movies, the channel where we do movie reactions, movie reviews and rankings. And yes, I'm sunburnt, don't say anything else about it, it hurts, it sucks. Today we're going to be reviewing the brand new film Project Hail Mary. This is the latest space adventure blockbuster that has just been released, directed by Phil Lord and Christopher Miller. The synopsis here is our main character, Ryland Grace, is a school teacher and he is kind of an overqualified school teacher, joins all the other scientists, and there's this problem with the sun. This material called astrophase, this element I guess, is killing the sun basically, so they need to find out why it's doing it. They found another sun that isn't being affected by the same thing, so they need to send someone out to go have a look at it. It ends up being Ryland Grace, and there's some contact along the way and it turns out to be aliens, and lots of other things happened after that. With Ryan Gosling leading the cast here, this was obviously a very hyped up film, and the team behind The Martian, of course, we're going to get pretty decent space adventure, or maybe we weren't. There's no way to know these days, but now Ryan Gosling is on another Starship movie coming out somewhere in the near future. However, something tells me that's not going to be quite as good as this one. Let's talk about the overall vibe, mood, and the pacing for this film. This movie brings back a cinematic feel that I haven't really felt in a while, maybe since the F1 movie. There's just something about this movie that feels good. It makes you feel good. While there's so much chaos going on around the world, I think it's reasonable to want to walk out of a film feeling slightly optimistic or hopeful. And that's actually what happened here. Now, with a 2 hour and 36 minute runtime, you may want to drink that Pepsi Max a little bit slower. Otherwise, you're going to have to go through a few bathroom breaks. I can hear some people arguing maybe the movie dragged a bit too long, but I don't think so. I think they gave enough time to develop the relationship that they wanted to make and allocated everything to fit within this time frame. So I don't think it's really dragged out at all, despite what some people may say. Now, this is also based on a novel that was widely regarded as a great novel. So I haven't read that, but from what I hear, it was translated quite well. The biggest strength I can give this movie is the beautifully developed friendship between our alien called Rocky here and Grace. They both have a common goal of finding why the sun isn't dying from the astrophage. So the stakes are high enough where they don't have time to fight or do any of this. They have to figure out how to communicate to each other in order to find out what's really going on here. This plays off well in so many comedic moments, while also just, it's always interesting. The whole part of them getting to understand each other was so intriguing that it was not boring at all, and it went on for a long time. So it really does work, and you get some really heartwarming scenes here, which does pay off in the right moments in this movie. Ryan Gosling also has to do much of the heavy lifting here because he is really the only human present for most of the film, and he does do the carry job quite well, and you can just see that he is a great actor and he is very multi-dimensional. Now, with so many alien movies being shoved down our throats to the billions of alien invasion movies, sometimes it's nice to have an optimistic tale between aliens and humans. It doesn't happen often, believe it or not. And you can only imagine what would happen if the wrong person was aboard the ship and decided to attack this alien rather than not. The score here was also great, matching every single cinematic scene and then calming down in the softer moments. It was beautiful.
That is one big pile of shit.
Let's move on to the negatives. Now, I'll be honest here, the negatives here are really just nitpicks. They're not really full criticisms of the movie. First of which is, while the movie did end in a really nice uplifting way, I could have seen a reality where it was more of a tragic ending, which I think may have even boosted it further, potentially, but I'm not unhappy with the route they went. Not really a criticism, just maybe something they could have done. Obviously, this is based on a novel, so they were always going to go this route anyway, so yeah. But yeah, overall, not really anything to criticize too much here. overall, this film just balances everything so well. It's a movie you can watch with the whole family. It just does so many things right and has a great message to deliver overall of friendship and loyalty. Now, for this one, definitely go to the cinema. Don't wait till it comes out on streaming. You need to see this in the big screen. Overall, I am obviously very surprised that a movie like this can get released nowadays, because it doesn't seem to be happening an awful lot, I must say. Not obviously to the standards of Shawshank Redemption, but just a movie that does so many things right and balances entertainment while also a movie that doesn't make us look stupid. Now, is it better than Interstellar or The Martian? I think we're going to give it a bit more time and see if it is, but dare I say, this is probably the best movie I've seen in the last year, so keep that in mind. IMDb gave it a score of 8.5 out of 10, which is insane. That is insane. And Rotten Tomatoes gave it a 95% with an audience score of 96%. I'm going to give it an 8.7. It's so good. That was Project Hail Mary. I'm glad I watched it, and thanks guys for watching. If you're new here, make sure you subscribe, make sure you like. We're going to be ranking and reviewing most of the movies coming out in this year, and yes, I'll see you guys in the next one.